Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the co-main event fight between Anthony Smith and Devin Clark. Now this fight is a light heavyweight fight, 3 rounds. Anthony Smith is a top 10 light heavyweight fighter in the world, the number 7 contender at light heavyweight. He is currently the minus 130 slight favorite. Devin Clark, the 22nd best light heavyweight fighter in the world, a plus 110, near even underdog. Now this fight is definitely pretty close, according to the odds makers. Anthony Smith is 32 years old. Devin Clark 30 and a half years old, so not much of an age advantage for either fighter in this fight. But there definitely is a height and reach advantage in this fight for Anthony Smith, as he is 6 foot 4 inches tall and has a 76-inch reach. Devin Clark, on the other hand, is 6 foot tall, 4 inches smaller, and has a 75-inch reach, which is 1 inch smaller. Now, all of those advantages for Anthony Smith, and if you look at those Tapology predictions, out of 766 different votes, 75% of the votes are going for Anthony Smith to win this fight. It's actually pretty split on how he's going to win the fight. Some people say, like, literally 33% of the votes say he's going to win by decision, 33 say he's going to win by submission, and 33 say he's going to win by knockout. And then 25% of the votes say Devin Clark is going to win, and mainly by unanimous decision. Alright, so Anthony Smith, 33 and 16. This man is a huge MMA veteran. That's so many fights on his record, almost 50 total fights on his pro MMA record. This next fight will be his 50th fight. And he's been fighting since 2008, where he started with a 3-fight win streak, lost his next fight, came back with a win, lost his next fight, came back with a win, and then ended up losing his next 4 pro MMA bouts. Came back with a first round knockout, another win, and then another win. Lost his next fight to Jess Forbes. Came back with 5 straight wins in a row, and then got on a Strikeforce Challengers, where he got a first round knockout over Ben Lagman. Lost his next fight to Adlan Amagov by first round knockout. Came back with a win, got a first round knockout, got back into Strikeforce, where he got a first round triangle choke submission over Lumumba Sayers. But lost his next 3 fights to Roger Gracie by second round arm triangle choke submission, Antonio Bragonedo by first round knee bar, and his next fight to Josh Neer by third round rear naked choke submission. And that's where he ended up joining Bellator, where he got a second round triangle choke submission over Victor Moreno, a unanimous decision over Brian Green, a nice win over Andrew Capel, a second round inverted triangle choke submission over Tim Williams, another win over Tim Williams with a nice first round knockout. That's where he joined the RFA, where he got a first round at TKO over Brock Jardine, a first round knockout over Josh Neer, and finally got back inside the UFC, where he ended up fighting Leonardo Guimarães, who he ended up beating in his first fight back inside the promotion by unanimous decision. And then got a fight on the Ultimate Fighter 23 finale, but he ended up losing that fight by unanimous decision, and then came back after that loss with a second round knockout over Elvis Mutapsik, and a third round head kick KO over Andrew Sanchez, followed by a third round knockout over Hector Lombard. But in his next fight, ended up fighting a very, very good fighter, in Thiago Santos, who he ended up losing to by second round body kick KO. Came back with a first round knockout over Rashad Evans, and then fought a very good veteran fighter in Mauricio Hua, who he beat by first round knockout, and then got a third round rear naked choke submission over Volkan Oezdemir. Now, after those 3 wins, after that loss against Thiago Santos, Jon Jones was ready for another fight, and he chose Anthony Smith. So Anthony Smith stepped up to the plate, but it did not go his way, as he ended up getting dominated, lost the fight by unanimous decision. A couple months after that, literally 3 months after that loss to Jon Jones, which was back in March of last year, he came back with a 4th round rear naked choke submission over Alexander Gustafsson. Now, after that win over a previous title challenger to Jon Jones himself, he ended up getting another main event spot against Glover Teixeira, but absolutely got dominated on the ground, as Glover Teixeira just kept going for takedown after takedown after takedown, and inflicting some absolutely nasty ground and pound for 5 straight rounds. I believe he even knocked out some of Anthony Smith's teeth, And in the 5th round, decided to finish Anthony Smith once and for all with a 5th round TKO. Now, after that loss to Glover Teixeira, he ended up fighting a rising star, Alexander Rakic, who is currently on a nice streak inside the UFC, coming off of a loss, but came back after that loss with that win over Anthony Smith by unanimous decision. And Anthony Smith really wants to come back into that title picture with a nice win over Devin Clark, which is finally a 3-round fight for the man. I mean, he's been fighting 5-round fights for, I believe, his past 6 fights. I mean, he's been fighting 5-round after 5-round after 5-round. So this fight should be a little bit of a break with a 3-round fight against Devin Clark. Alright, so speaking of Devin Clark, he is a 12-4, the 22nd best light heavyweight fighter in the world. He started his career back in 2013, got a win over Jeremy Speltz, a 2nd-round knockout in the RFA over Aaron Brown, a 1st-round rear naked choke submission over William Vincent, a unanimous decision over Jaquez Williams, a unanimous decision over Dervin Lopez, and a 2nd-round TKO win over Rafael Viana, which got him a shot inside the UFC, where he ended up fighting Alan Nicholson and lost that fight by 1st-round knockout, but came back after that loss on the Ultimate Fighter 24 finale with a unanimous decision over Josh Stansbury, and then a unanimous decision over Jake Collier. Now, after those 2 wins inside the UFC, he ended up fighting the current light heavyweight champion in Jan Blachowicz, but ended up losing the fight by 2nd-round rear naked choke submission. Came back after that loss with a unanimous decision over Mike Rodriguez. Lost his next fight to Alexander Rakic by 1st-round spinning back fist KO. Came back with a unanimous decision over Darko Stosic. Lost his next fight to Ryan Spann by 2nd-round guillotine. And then came back with 2 unanimous decision wins over Daquan Townsend and Alonzo Menefield. Alright guys, so as I said at the beginning of this video, Anthony Smith is currently the minus 130 slight favorite. If you look at some other betting odds sites, some might have him a little closer, maybe minus 110. Literally anything, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I really think anything under minus 150 is an absolute steal. Anthony Smith is on a 2-fight losing streak. He has lost 3 out of the 4 of his last fights to John Jones, arguably the best fighter of all time, Glover Teixeira, the guy that's about to get the next title shot in the light heavyweight division, Alexander Rakic, who's only lost 1 time inside the UFC. 1 more win could get him a shot at that belt. I mean, those 3 guys are absolute beasts. He got a 4th-round rear naked choke submission over Alexander Gustafsson, I'm sorry. But I mean, he is an elite fighter. Just 2 years ago, he was beating Rashad Evans, he was beating Mauricio Hua, Volkan Oezdemir. I mean, he was on an absolute tear in this light heavyweight division. And just because of these 2 losses, to write him out against a number 22 light heavyweight in the world, I really don't think so. Anthony Smith still has a lot to give. He's only 32 years old. I could see a knockout in this fight, but I think this fight will go all the way, as it is a 3-round fight. Anthony Smith, this is just a huge steal of a bet on this fight card. I have Anthony Smith winning this fight by unanimous decision. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like the video if you do like the video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. We are trying to hit 1,500 subscribers by Thanksgiving, which is going to be a little bit tough. But if we can do it, I will be doing a face reveal, which should be absolutely insane, as none of you really know exactly what I look like. I'm just a kid making YouTube videos, so none of you really know what I look like. So if you want to see that face reveal, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And put in the comments who you guys think is going to win this fight. Anthony Smith at minus 130 or Devin Clark at plus 110. I really do think Anthony Smith will win this fight by unanimous decision, but who do you guys think is going to win? It's been a fun video. I'm out of here.